Yes, there are creatures beneath the surface older than fear itself. And some hungers do not drown. For our fifth muse, a disagreement between lovers, hardly an unusual event among the living. A few shattered plates, a few tacos stuck to the wall, wounded egos, a husband's music that should excuse devotion elsewhere. Just seeing if you're paying attention. And the old story begins again. Mortals call it passion. I see dust. A woman runs toward darkness believing in freedom. A man follows believing love and talent still grant him authority over another soul. But the dead are not possessions, not here. And when Orpheus finally descends beneath the earth, he discovers what every mortal eventually learns. That longing may move gods to irritation. Music may shake the halls of the underworld itself, but neither one can force an unwilling heart to return. Tonight, Laura Peña revisits a myth whose ending was never truly a tragedy for Eurydice. Laura Peña, step into the underworld.
Again.
Might have to put this down just a bit. I'm short.
What is it, honey? You're good.
The first poem I am going to read is one that I wrote many years ago. It is an ekphrastic poem, and it is based on a painting by Cy Twombly. And this is called An Afternoon with Cy Twombly in Houston, Texas. I am sitting in the silent gallery, staring at the canvas, struggling to read scrawled words the artist covered up with layers of paint, allowing only a few to emerge from the depths. The birth of melancholy. In the quiet room, I'm inhaling fumes still emanating from floating mushroom caps of red, yellow, pink, purple, and blue. The vivid splotches dominate my eyes. I am in love with this 52-foot-long triptych. Say goodbye, Catullus, to the shores of Asia Minor. I repeat the ghostly words, etching them into my brain. I'm dissolving into colored whorls, imagining this painting belongs only to me. It's here for me to contemplate whenever I desire. Ragged boats floating with purpose to their inevitable end. At the edge of canvas, myth, life. I'm moving close until I merge into white sailcloth. My head bursting like the mushroom caps. My hair's tendrils of paint dripping down the dirty white canvas. Stretch marks on my body becoming pencil marks, telling the story of Orpheus. How he risked going into the underworld to retrieve the woman he loved. How he lost faith and turned his head just in time to see Eurydice disappear down the long, dark tunnel into death once more. I hang in the gallery, watching and waiting for the one that will peel away the layers of paint from me and reveal my ghostly words, my myth.
Yeah.
Last time I'm going to attempt to do this.
Now she took off the glass.
I did.
Uh-oh.
All right.
She about to
So
get that.
this is called Eurydice Enjoys Herself. Orpheus and Eurydice had a terrible fight last Tuesday night. Plates were thrown, chairs were set on fire, windows were smashed. Eurydice accused Orpheus of spending all his time composing lyrics on his lyre for water nymphs and dryads, feasting and fattening in the halls of the gods, sucking up to Apollo, cozying up to Aphrodite. Orpheus accused Eurydice of dancing in the forests with Aristaeus and watching him tend to his bees and goats. He couldn't understand why she preferred a goat herder to him and his dulcet tones. Resentment and bitterness rose up between them, toxic like the waters of the river Styx. Eurydice danced naked under the moonlight, stayed out late, drank Aristaeus' honey wine. Orpheus waited and waited for her until the dawn broke through the window of their house. Eurydice came home, buzzing and beautiful. "Where have you been all night?" Orpheus screamed at her. "Enjoying myself," Eurydice screamed back. "You are my wife. You should be at home with me. I would rather frolic with goats," Eurydice screamed back. Back and forth, the screams and the fight continued. The gods in the halls looked on with mischievous delight. Eurydice yelled, "I am leaving you," and ran out into the fields, into the forests. Orpheus ran after her, begging her to come back. Eurydice refused. She ran until she ran out of breath and sat down on a rock and cried. A serpent slithered up to her and asked, "Why all the tears, pretty lady?" Eurydice told the serpent everything. "I would rather die than go back to Orpheus," she said. The snake, serpent, hissed and smiled. "I can help you with that," and bit her ankle. Eurydice fell into a deep death sleep. Orpheus searched for Eurydice everywhere. He asked the trees, he asked the animals, he asked the plants, and even Aristaeus' bees where Eurydice was. The queen bee told Orpheus that Eurydice was in the underworld. Orpheus descended down into Hades' realm. He demanded Hades give Eurydice back. He pulled out his lyre and sang the most dreadful mourning song he knew would have souls screaming in more pain than the gods could endure. Hades and Persephone covered their ears and shouted, "Enough! Take her! Take her! Get out and don't look back." Orpheus walked through the cave. He could hear Eurydice's footsteps behind him, and he smiled. Orpheus always got what he wanted. He emerged from the cave into the sunlight and looked back. Eurydice stood just in the shadow of the cave mouth, arms crossed, and such fury on her face that made Orpheus cringe. "I would rather spend an eternity in hell than one more day as your wife," she told Orpheus. She turned around and walked back into the darkness. Orpheus stood there, speechless. Thank you.